Hello everybody and welcome to the Life of a Board Gamer. My name is Daniel and today we are going to talk about Overtime, a game by Pavle Ilyashevich, illustrated by Luka Tillinger, and it is going to be published by Dashbog Games on a Kickstarter really soon, like tomorrow. So I urge you to check it out. Now, before we go into it and see what's inside this box, I must tell you that this is a highly prototype copy, which means the artwork is not all complete, but I really wanted to have this game to give it my thoughts and see how it plays and everything, because it's kind of local. The guys are from Serbia, which is really near me, and I wanted to help out as much as I can, so I took on myself to review this little bad boy. So let's get down to the table and see what's inside this box. Okay, so what you do in this game and what is all this about? So first of all, you get some reference cards, so you know what you have to roll and what can you play from cards and stuff like that. This is just a reference card, nothing much. And then you start as the average Joe or Joanna, it's really up to you. And there are some stats over here. If you have 0 to 3 these snooze tokens, then it's okay, but if you have 4 to 6, you will have to roll this die and see if you did the job or did not, because you are a bit tired, and when you get really tired you get a reset and stuff like that. And over here you can see you have some special ability and how much cards can you play, how much cards you draw, and what is your hand size and stuff like that. It basically tells you who you are at this job, staying over time. And this card will change throughout the game. You will get some different cards, some different employees, so you can become someone else, so to say. And it changes a bit, stuff like how tired you have to be to roll a die and stuff like that. And you have these jobs that you will have to do. So this job is pretty easy. You just need one of these cards played to finish it. And then there's job that requires 2, and the job that requires 3 different cards, or 2 cards depending on how much one card can do a job. And then you had a bunch of snooze tokens, and you have a dice that will be your turn counter, so you know which turn it is. It is 8th turn or until someone does all of their job. And you will start with 1 job with 1, 3 jobs with 2, and 1 job with 3 requirements to be completed. And everything revolves around this big fat deck of cards. And over here you have cards with, as you can see on a sheet, reference card here. So you have rest, work, employee, shady, or boss cards. Shady and boss cards are usually played on other players' turns, so you can block them and try to steal their work and copy from them so you finish your job and stuff like that. And the action cards are usually cards that are played on your turn. And then, as I said, you have these assignment cards that you have to do throughout the game. And basically some of them have double these signatures, so you know they can work either as rest or work, for example. And overall you will be playing these cards throughout the game, and as I told you, you can change who you are, so you can become the hot shot. Now difference is, let's see example here, that he has 0 to 4 tokens and he's still not tired because he's hot shot. He can do more work and not get tired, but his actions are just 2 actions per turn, so he cannot do much actions. With this guy you can do 4 actions. With an average Joe you can do 4 actions per turn. And you will play these cards throughout the game, going back and forth, and when the 8th turn is out, or when one player has finished all their assignment cards, he's the winner. If no one finishes assignment cards and 8th turn is passed, then nobody wins, and you stayed working really late, which is not win for anyone. And there are a bunch of different cards over here. They do repeat from time to time, of course. These are not all unique and cards. Some of them do repeat, but as you can see, there's a lot of cards with lots of different abilities that you can play on other players and all that. And over here I have some sample cards how the artwork will look in this game. Now you can see it's really weird artwork, but I like it. It has that old feel to it. I don't know how to really explain it, but just see it for yourself. I like how everything looks, how the cards looks. Even the font is a bit weird, but it really goes well with everything. It's easy readable. It looks kind of, oh my god, how can I read this? But it really is okay. And as this is the slacker, for example, you see the cool guy, he's just listening to music, watching some VR and stuff like that, not doing his work. And he got only one action, stuff like that. And then there's the coffee guy that goes like crazy and do a bunch of work and doesn't really get tired that much, gets tired really fast, as different to other players. But overall, this is the artwork, how the game will look, how all these cards will have this artwork on them. These are just sample. As I told you, this is a highly prototyped game, which I really wanted to take a look at, and I could not wait for it to be finished, but it will be finished for a Kickstarter. So yeah, that's quickly overview how the game plays and what do you get in a box of Overtime. Okay, so that was Overtime, and I don't know about you, but I really don't like working overtime unless it's a game about the theme, which then I like. This game, even though it has a take that mechanisms, which I'm really not a fan of, is really so light theme. I mean, it's so fun theme to play around with. You are at work, you are trying to pass your work to other co-workers and everything, even though you would not do that in real life if you are a good person. But in this game you are just like, for example, in one game I was a boss's minion, so then I tattletale on each other and gave them some extra stuff to do, so I would lay off and do nothing and stuff like that. Overall, the game plays really well, it goes really fast, so it doesn't overstay its welcome. It is an okay length for me. It's really short game, but not that short and not that long. It's somewhere in between, which I really like. I treasure that in game when I played it, and I feel like okay, when I start feeling like I don't want to play it anymore and the game ends, that's perfect for me. And this game is really something that lasts just the right amount of time it should be. Overall, take that mechanisms, they're really fun. It's not that harsh of the game, because you can always cancel each other cards. There are lots of cards circling around, so it's not that punishing. If you stop someone for completing work, they can counter your stop and then deny your card, so they finish their work. They might even play a card to give you their work, so you have to finish their work and stuff like that. We in one moment we kind of slipped in some role playing, where we there was a card that is called in my opinion, and like you are, in my opinion, that is not okay, you should do that again, you did not do the job well, do it again. It was really fun. We laughed a lot while we were playing it. Overall, what I'm trying to say is that game is really worth looking at. It's quick, it's easy to learn, it's really fun game around a somewhat unique theme. I don't know that I ever heard about a game where you have to stay overtime and do extra job and stuff like that. I don't know, the theme is unique. If you ask me, I think I never saw a game like that. Overall artwork, as you saw in those examples of cards, is really nice. It is a bit weird, but it's in a good thing weird. I don't know how to explain it. It really looks like some the inspiration from those newspapers where on the back you had some comic strip, at least here in Croatia and back then when I was a little kid. I don't know, I like the game, I like the artwork, I like everything how it plays. Even though some people might think it's a mean game, it's really not that mean. It actually is more fun mean than mean. So I urge you to definitely check it out. I liked it, and I think that you just might like it. So that's that. Until next time. Pozdrav.